I've been asked to provide information in regarding to flooding. And over the past century, we've noticed that there's been a lot of flooding going on in many states across the USA. Well, first and foremost, in order to be safe in a flood, there's a few things you need. And I want to specifically, not that this information is not for everyone, but I want to specifically address people who look like me. Why? Because swimming, learning how to swim, all these things are an issue amongst my community. From past trauma, many individuals do not trust the water. So I want to assure you that I'm going to give you information that's going to hopefully keep you safe. So pay attention and let's get to it. First and foremost, everyone needs a life jacket. Life jackets save lives, and not all life jackets are equal. The life jacket must fit the individual according to weight and size and the equipment in which you're using it for. So make sure you do your research. Second of all, you want one that has draw straps so that you can pull it snugly within your physique. You also want to make sure, if possible, you have shoulder straps that you can pull it snug to your shoulders. They're quite simple to use. You simply unzip them, place them over your top torso. Simply take the zippers, zip it, and you have a buckling on this specific one on the bottom. You can buckle. Once you do all this, you can pull snugly and whatnot, and voila. Again, life jackets save lives. First and foremost, everyone should have a life jacket. But if you want to take it up a notch, let me show you how to increase your safety. Now, if you want to increase your safety, I believe that most of you, if not all of you, should in fact look at some sort of watercraft. We're not talking about a boat here. We're not talking about the expensive ships that we often see at the harbor or people personally have of their own. Boats can only do so much because they require gas and they can become very combustible. We're talking about something as small as a pack raft, and they get smaller than this. The footprint can get much smaller than this right here. But this only weighs 10 pounds, and this is a pack raft that stretches to 10 feet with a 3-foot width that's capable of carrying a load capacity of 650 pounds. So you don't have to worry about weight there. So having a pack raft and a life jacket can increase your odds when the flood comes. Is it if, or should I say when? But if you're still not sure and you want to increase your odds even more, well, I got a few more tips. Here it is. Well, here's that other tip. What's the point of a life raft if you simply don't have a way to row? Make sure you have a good pair of oars. And if you want to get the proper pair, talk to the technician at the shop. They'll make sure you suit you up real well. I'll tell you something right now. I make sure my family is equipped. Every last one of us have a pack raft of our own. Same model, same brand. We just have to make sure that if things become, a problem, we are ready and prepared. And we also have the ability to chain link, not using a chain, but rather a rope, our pack rafts together so that we all stay together. But having oars so that you could be able to left, right, forward, front, and work your way through the water, well, this is something very important, especially in floods. Every year we hear about floods, and no one's got a pack raft. Interesting, right? But there's something you need to know that needs to go with this entire setup. Let me show you. Well, if you haven't guessed it yet, yeah, it's right here. You need a whistle because you need to reach out as far as possible to your emergency services, or maybe someone else who may be better equipped than you are that can help rescue you and your family. The bottom line is that if I were to yell and say, help, 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 it's very difficult to do that when you're in the water. But it's also more difficult to do that when your voice starts to dry out from hunger. What if you've been on the water for 3 days? What if you haven't been able to escape your home for 7 days or more? I can yell, but eventually I'm going to lose my voice from starvation, tiredness, and whatnot, especially when the body becomes lethargy. A simple whistle can go a long way. So let me show you what this looks like all together. Well, it's quite simple. Life jacket, your pack vest is very important that you should have with you. But your pack raft is also important. Your oars and the orange whistle on my vest. Now, you don't have to carry it this way. It just needs to be in an area where you can quickly grab it. Now, there's also emergency rafts that you simply deploy them and they fill with air instantly. But regardless, you should have some time to prepare your raft. It only takes 3 minutes to inflate this one, and that's simply using a foot pump. Other than that, if you're still not sure, well, quite simple. Just wait till the flood comes. And it will come. Not that we'll get a flood throughout the entire earth. The rainbow was a sign for a reason. That won't happen again. But it doesn't mean a flood won't happen in your area. Remember, there's always a warning before destruction. Shalom, and I hope this helps.